Hi and welcome to our Let's Play series where we take a look at some of Reflection's most loved games and talk to the developers that worked on them. Reflections turns 40 this year and we'll be celebrating over a 6-month period, so make sure you follow our social media accounts and keep up to date.
Hey everyone, my name is James. I'm an Associate Art Director here at Ubisoft Reflections. I actually joined Ubisoft 15 years ago to work on Driver San Francisco, and I was a city artist at the time.
All right, hello everybody. So my name is Dale Scullion. I'm a game director at Ubisoft Reflections. So I've been at the studio since 2004. So I was on some of the earlier drivers, but I got to work with James on Driver San Francisco, and I was a game designer. All right then, should we get going?
Let's dive in at the beginning.
All right, I'm picking the pad up.
You go ahead. You.
All right, okay. All right, so we're going to start fresh, a new story. Let's go.
So yeah, we get our first sight of the eponymous San Francisco. The team did a lot of work to try and make it as real to the real San Francisco as they could. So we've got the famous landmarks here. This is the Oakland Bridge. We saw the Golden Gate a moment ago. So yeah, there were some sections that we took out. I believe there's a whole stretch between downtown and the Golden Gate Bridge, which is largely suburbia and very gridded. And a grid of roads is not the most fun to be driving around in a game like this. So I do believe we kind of cut out a big chunk there, but sort of the main landmarks and the main themes to Transamerica we just saw there, we tried to keep as realistic to the real city as possible. And there's the acid capsule.
Yeah, he's done well to not hurt himself with that.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, I'm off.
So I believe Tanner and Jones are on their way to find a nice observation point for where they can see Jericho being taken to the courthouse, unwitting to the nefarious plan that's going on here.
Right, don't mind me, I'm just going to get some controls. There we go.
And we had all kinds of discussions about the destruction of telegraph poles and things like that when we were developing it. But the idea was that we would never put anything onto the sides of the streets or anywhere where you can drive that would fully halt the car. Everything would be destructible.
Alright, I'm taking that as a win. Did I crash?
Not too many. Yeah, just a few bus stops and telegraph poles. Nothing too serious.
Yeah, there was a lot of what we call metrics used to design the essence of what you see here. With the core mechanics of weaving in and out of traffic is something that is at the heart of Driver, and this is what San Francisco was all about. So it put a lot of pressure on how the world itself was designed. To get it as authentic as you can when there's a lot of these systems which need to go in place, to really control and refine and shape that gameplay. Oh,
here's one of my favourite scenes. The old cut of the rope. There we go.
Just keep us right where we are.
And next we're going to get the RPG out, if I remember.
First round's on me.
A knife and a RPG, okay.
Yeah, she's still fully equipped. Yeah, here we go. Look at that.
Okay.
Yeah, good job that Jericho at that point didn't bite down on that capsule, I think.
yeah, he's done well. Like I said, it's still
perfectly intact in the mouth.
Brilliant,
yeah,
brilliant. Right.
Here we go.
Right, okay.
Brilliant. It's one way to escape.
Yeah. Oh God.
So yeah, now we've got Tanner and Jones on the chase.
But Jones is calling it in.
Yeah.
No, something's not right.
Oh, the famous jump trucks. We're going to see a lot of them dotted around the city.
We got a little shot of the in-car view there as well, which I think is fantastic. So much work went into the animation of the hands, like just the responsiveness of that was, the execution in the end was really good. Really
good. 100% when I played this through, played it all from an in-car camera.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, impressive.
Always managed to get into the front of the truck. Okay.
Oh.
There we go, another spectacular crash.
Nice.
Expect delays, okay.
Hope he's got no more acid capsules in his mouth. Oh,
all right, back now we get to chase him.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Get him. Taking them
very fast going. So yeah, this is all in downtown San Francisco. So among all the skyscrapers. Later on, we'll get to see places like Chinatown, Lombard Street, made famous from the movie Bullet. Some great physics going on there.
Wow. Wipeout. Another one. I mean, he's clearing the way for me as well. Does that wheel? Brilliant.
So yeah, something we could talk about a little bit later on is the amount of damage we were able to do on the vehicles in this game, even though they're licensed vehicles. We were able to get quite a lot of spectacular damage.
Keep him inside, Tanner. Yeah,
I'm really trying to pay attention.
Just fully focused.
Keep talking, just keep talking. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, we're going to chase him into this garage, aren't we? And
Yeah, I mean, I think we're applying the pressure to him, aren't we?
yeah, I think so.
Get him.
But he's gone.
I see it.
Okay.
All right, and we're going to get one of the scenes that sets up the whole narrative for the rest of the game here.
Yeah, it looks like I've got. Where is he?
Yeah,
He's
disappeared.
Okay.
Where'd he go?
On these split scenes, I think were a really good touch for the different cinematics.
Yeah. I think one of my favourite sequences was when you come back to the game after the progress, didn't want like a couple of chapters, you would get the little intro.
The little kind of TV show, what happened previously. Yeah,
So good.
absolutely.
No, it's telling me to look back. I don't really want to look back. Oh,
I don't think there's any way of escaping him there, is there? It's
tried.
pretty inevitable.
Not a few.
So yeah, here we go. Oh,
Deadly.
there we go. And here comes the truck. And that's that. That's Tanner going into a coma.
Yeah. Oh, is that
The
spoilers?
rest of the game. So the rest of the game is now going to take part
Here we go.
Come back to
whilst he's in hospital.
Charging at 250.
And in his
Don't you do this to me.
coma dream, he's being given. There's a TV on, if I remember right, in the room.
Yeah.
Burns is
So you
watching
get a little
the news.
glimpse of it here.
Yeah. And that's the first sight of our shift version of the city.
Tanner. Tanner.
So I believe in this next sequence is when we're going to first introduce
Man,
the shift mechanic, which through most of development was called Zap,
It was
which is a brilliant name.
It was called Zap for the longest time. The longest time, even through the concept of the feature, right the way through most of development, and in the end, it was something we wanted to. Oh, there's one of the initial signs. I love the crows in here.
Absolutely, yeah.
Signifying what Jericho
let's go.
is.
You get these subliminal messages throughout the game, that infer about the reality of where you are and what's happened to you.
We say it's subliminal, but it was a massive sign.
Yeah, it was a pretty big billboard, yes.
Said I'm fine. Gotta move now. Tanner, we lost him, man.
Right, I'm going for
Where
it.
did he take him? I know where he went.
So the shift mechanic, that came about as a way of focusing the player in the vehicles, not doing the...
Ignore it.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to distract you away from the chase here.
It's okay, you can talk. I'm concentrating. I am listening.
So the shift mechanic came about as a way of keeping the player in the vehicle without the elements from Driver 3 in parallel lines where we had the on-foot segments. We wanted to keep San Francisco very much focused on the driving experience, but we still wanted the player to be able to go from vehicle, to not be locked to a single vehicle or have to go to a garage to change over or anything like that. So that's where this conceit that you're just seeing here of being able to shift Tanner's kind of personality into other residents of San Francisco, take over their bodies and their vehicles. And there's some really fun gameplay mechanics that come out of that as you develop your shift skills and being able to create a lot of carnage.
Yeah, so I think I'm there now. I'm going to give you the pad in a second, James.
Oh, okay. You can watch me.
There we
fucking
go.
some
Right, it's
walls.
your,
Here we
your
go.
Your
Okay.
go. Your go.
All right, this is going to be terrible because I haven't played this for so long.
Yeah, so the shift mechanic was an initial very early prototype, which we were using just to say, like, the stuff that you were talking about, James. How do we keep players in the moment, give them the freedom to try the driving, the vehicles, or even like the types of handling. Handling was always at the core. Like good handling was always at the core of Driver, and to show that off in a way that is as agile as what something like Shift can do, I think was really, really good. So that's something we wanted to push, and there was a real focus to get that toy working as refined as we can, and then build the concept out from there. I think, and this is what we see today.
So I've just taken over the ambulance driver.
Yeah.
I believe that Tanner's actually in the back of the ambulance at the moment.
Is he?
I think so. Yeah,
Wow,
I think that was the story.
I didn't know that.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing if that's true.
Come on, Ray. Gas pedal's the one on the right.
And what's brilliant about the shift mechanic that I loved when I went through and played the game finally was all the little different stories you got. Because if you were to drop into a car with a passenger, they would carry on with the Oops, I'm meant to be driving.
Yep.
They'd carry on with the conversations or the jobs that they were doing, and Tanner kind of really developed a little bit of a sense of humour when it comes to interfering with people's lives. And there's some brilliant dialogue that you can discuss from that. So yeah, I think I'm trying to get to the hospital without crashing into too many innocent drivers.
You can do it. So looks like we've got the heart rate, which you need to keep above 20 there. So it looks like that's
of course, yes. So should I be driving safely or? Oh, well, that's not very safe. Driving into that taxi. Okay, I'll try and take it easy.
That's it. See, any kind of crashes is going to raise the heart rate, right? So there we go. Heart rate low. You need to go faster.
It's more exciting.
Yeah.
I'm driving too boring.
Check your objective there, actually.
I can.
There we go.
Get to the hospital and keep the heart rate above 20. Okay, so I need to be excited.
There we go.
Because that's what a passenger in an ambulance really wants, is some exciting driving. Heart rate critical. Oh my word.
You're there.
I'm here. That's a good way to get into the hospital. So one of the other things in Drive San Francisco is we removed the ability to actually hit any of the pedestrians. They always miraculously jump out the way before you hit them. And that was really just to keep the tone as light as we could. We didn't really want to make a game where you're accidentally mowing down hundreds of people.
Jones?
We got another one of them messages there.
Yeah.
Well, I think you've done that's the first mission. Oh no. So he's having a moment now with Jones.
Yep. I've got a new objective on there, so what we got to do? Get to the chop shop. There we go. So can I shift at the moment or no?
No, not yet. Yes.
Forget it.
Still going to be learning those skills.
Yeah. I think you need just take your time. A bit of driving. It'll be good. Watch out for the traffic.
Oh no. Okay, not that kind of driving.
What were you saying just now? About the chop shop?
This is why I don't drive in real
I think I'll be taking that controller back in a second.
Absolutely.
You ever notice that billboard, Jones? Opposite the
So as a city artist, we often didn't sort of play the game when we were in development. Like we wouldn't be going through the story missions, stuff like that. We would be in game all the time. Oh my god! You can tell we didn't get very good at it. So what we would do is we would be testing our areas that we were working on over and over and over again, but not sort of necessarily like kicking off the actual missions and stuff like that. And we also locked down the city. During development, the city got locked down fairly early. I think it was a good 6 months or so before launch, because actually it was quite easy to introduce bugs when doing the city work. So we locked it down a little early. And of course, in that last 6 months in development, that's often when you get a lot of new cool things coming into the game at the end. So there was actually quite a lot when I picked up the game after launch that I kind of experienced for the first time. And a lot of these missions were, I got to play them for the first time, which is quite nice in game development when you work on something for years, but then when it comes out, you still get that.
Was that stood out for you?
Experience.
Like a massive shock.
I mean, the biggest one was what I mentioned earlier on, is the little stories that you got that I loved.
Oh yeah.
There was also the off-road racing ones with the little buggy type vehicles, which I hadn't experienced during development, but then when I played the game through, absolutely loved. So yeah, what we got here? Right. Do it, Tanner.
Message.
It's going to tell me to shift, I think.
Yes.
Do
yes,
it,
it is.
Tanner? Man, that billboard's been
What's
there
up?
for years.
What's up, yeah.
Okay,
So the crows symbolised Jericho.
Yes, yeah, they're a part of the those kind of like signs and symbolism will get stronger and stronger the more it eventually becomes to realise that he is he's in this coma. He's he's actually being fed information from the hospital that he's in. And
So there you go. I didn't get to choose that one. I hope I'll be able to choose one myself in a moment, but I've been shifted into this new car here. I don't know if I've got an objective to do or if it's just...
yeah, so there we go.
Press A to shift, here we go. So there are 4 levels of shift, if I remember correctly, of different heights.
Yeah.
So later on, as your abilities get more, you're able to shift very, very high over the city. And it was actually that version of the city, the shift one, was probably the main bit of work I did on this one.
Nice.
Because all of these sort of high detailed resolution buildings, etc., we couldn't draw all of them from super high up. So
we'll be lucky if we get to that.
yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get to see that one. So yeah, I've been able to, and this thing with the shift mechanic is you can literally shift into any vehicle that you see. All of them are fair. If you want to go in this bus, then you can do. And again, I don't know if it's a skill you acquire later, but you used to be able to. Yeah, I think it must be a skill you get later. But on R1, you could just immediately shift back to the car.
Yeah, you have to unlock
and
it.
that car, by the time you do that, could be on literally the other side of the city. So one of the real challenges with making the world was making it in such a way that you could, within any fraction of a second, move from one area of the city to the other. Which typically in video games you want to avoid that. I'm gonna let you drive the bus for a bit.
There we go.
Beginning to get the hang of this.
Okay, so it's starting to shift.
So now we need to find a taxi.
Like this before.
Right.
Oh, there's a whole bunch there. Typical taxis, all in one place.
Yes.
Yeah, you see we get the little snippet of audio there. Anna's having it responding, thinking what's going on.
Like yapping and get me across town.
To her, I'm just the same guy I always was. I mean that.
Yeah, for me, like just using the different vehicles immediately, like seeing how different and unique the handling is for all the vehicles that we've got is just really fantastic to see. Often like when you're playing a racing game, you're gonna pick a vehicle, you're gonna do the race, you're gonna get used to the handling, and then try a different car.
That's
Whereas
right.
one of the unique elements that we've got here is you're feeling that difference in seconds, and I think that's something which really felt we knew when we were prototyping it was very special.
So something that just came up there is the city missions versus the story missions that we started off with. So each kind of segment of the world and the narrative, we would have 2 or 3, if I remember right, story missions, and that would then unlock more shift powers and more of the world map. But in between, you would have a number of different city missions and other gameplay activities like races, and things like that you can do.
Oh,
Look at this car.
this is fast.
Beautiful.
This is fast. This is testing my reflexes.
And here we go to Chinatown.
Okay,
Yeah.
There we go. Right, all right. Have to do overtakes.
From your exuberant driving, you'll be putting down a deposit. Still thinking about it.
How many more?
So it's really nice that you have these different activities that are all driving based. It's doing overtakes, doing jumps, doing. I think there's a few where you have to get up to certain speeds or jump certain distances.
Yeah, so we can try a few dares later.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
I think I've nailed that. Well, not that way. Right, I'm going to handbrake. Oh.
Okay, so there's an area of unlock.
There we go.
That was nice. Well done.
All right, so we'll go over there. Yeah, so some of my favourite parts of this game is definitely the dares, like the uniqueness, the agency, and the freedom of how you would choose to do them. Oh, that's not a good idea, is it?
That's go to the highway there, yeah. In fact, actually, it was the secret cinema, the movie-based missions that I think I really, really liked as well.
Yeah.
Which you gradually unlock as you go through different parts of the city.
Yeah, you have to get tokens.
That's right, there's little film tokens, yeah.
You have to get. Oh no, it's there. That one. Not so bad. I think I need to get off this freeway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the great things was being able to get licensed vehicles. From San Francisco, the previous drivers were, if I remember right, unlicensed. So, are we remembering right on that one? Probably wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that we were able to have Fords and Dodges and all the different proper cars in this game was great.
Right. I'm going straight there, I promise. No detours. Thinking this car will get there faster, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've gone a full circle though.
There we go.
Sir, this car carries
Yeah, one of the
It's a drive this one.
Yeah, one of the unique aspects of the world design was how we would cross-hatch all of the alleyways with the main roads, and you will see, like, because traffic is such a key part of the experience, the overtaking, the weaving in and out, and all the alleyways don't have that. It gets a very unique flow experience, and how you can dive into one of the alleyways, back out through the traffic, back in, and it's just something I think which we refined quite early into the development.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to do a jump, right? Okay. Can I stay in this car? Oh, I'm going to use shift.
ride like this.
Oh, there's a jump
Oh,
truck.
there's a truck, right?
Just
Let's do
once
this.
around the block.
Be a fast car, though, right?
These jump trucks are very... I'm not sure that's a fast car. It might still be able to do it,
I'm gonna do
though.
it anyway. Yeah, look at it.
Yeah, I think he did it.
Okay, shift into the mission vehicle. Let's go. Where's the mission vehicle?
Yeah, follow the blue arrow.
There we go.
So what's our objective now?
It's the same one. I had to jump in this vehicle.
Oh, okay. It's not going to let us pick the car we wanted.
Unfortunate.
There is the car that you were just in.
I should have got more points for doing it.
I think so too. Are you going to use the hill? Oh, look at that.
Right. Oh, I took the light out as well.
Okay, sir. Let's head back
Really
to
got
the
more
office
points.
to discuss payment
Oh,
plans.
down here. How's your
Oh, it's
favourite
one of the
street?
races. Oh, and we've got Lombard Street here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
made famous in movie Bullet. This was a real interesting one, if I remember, in development. We did it a few times, trying to decide about these apexes and if you could drive just straight down the middle, straight down the hill. And the experience going down is very different to coming up as well. So, but we definitely wanted it in the game because it is such an iconic place in San Francisco.
Boy, this is fun.
There we
You
go.
having fun?
Through.
Well
I'm
done.
having fun.
Yeah, this is a quick car.
So do you have a favourite car that you remember?
Yeah, if we can get to it, I think that was the Viper for me. I think was probably my favourite.
I mean, just because I'm a huge...
The buggy was great as well.
The buggies were great. And because I'm a huge Back to the Future fan, the DeLorean,
Okay. You know what? We should keep our eyes open for that.
Yeah.
You get it. You know where it unlocked.
we can... Yep, absolutely. There you go.
Do you reckon it floats? Sir, I have a
Joyride.
dozen employees and 2...
So yeah, so a lot of the secrets we're putting in ways to unlock some of the mission content, like the movie missions you talked about, were
Weird.
all unlocked within like certain behavioural requirements in the game, and one of them is the
Where the hell's my
DeLorean, which
Where the hell's my body?
I think you have to
gotta
go
try and
88
find
miles an
Jones.
hour.
Yes, and it unlocks a bit of history.
Yeah. 15 times car. Okay. Let's go. I just started looking for a DeLorean there straight away. Well, that's it. We'll play a story mission.
I do remember when I did a playthrough, I did spend quite a lot of time in shift trying to find the perfect car.
Yeah. Interestingly, part of the way that the traffic is spawned into the world, there is certain cars which are unique and harder to find than others that you'll see.
Yeah.
So the DeLorean could be here, but there's only going to be one of them for it to find. So I think the traffic would look a bit odd, wouldn't it? If it was like
DeLoreans
12
everywhere.
DeLoreans. You'd think that's something, there's some kind of show going on.
Those voices.
And if I remember correctly, the type of vehicles was zonal as well, so you had like more trucks in the more rural areas and up in Marin and
Yeah, it was.
yeah.
Depending on how far we can get here, we should be able to see a lot of the
Find
other
that patrol car.
locations.
Help them out
If we
however
get
I
the,
can.
Be able to go up to Twin Peaks and so during development of the city, we were during production when we realized we had a little bit more world than we could do internally with our team here in Reflections. And so we actually went over to the Montreal studio, got an amazing team over there to help us out, and they took Marin, so the north part of the bay, And that's actually the area I know the most because I was lucky enough to go over to Montreal and spend a good portion of the production working with them on the Marin area. I'm not sure we're going to get to unlock it, but yeah, there is some amazing work up there.
Didn't see that coming.
Bad guy out.
So this was one of the other unique things about having the mission mechanic of destroying someone else's car, so a little bit of destruction derby.
Yeah.
But you don't have to necessarily stick to the vehicle you're in. We're going to see here you can shift into a vehicle that's in front, and then the poor person who was in that car now involved in a major motor incident.
You want to get there late? Step on the gas.
Yeah, it's probably good.
Yeah, she doesn't look too happy.
Just need one vehicle.
Go back into
Ram that guy off the road.
police car. Finish it off. There we go. Nice.
Now that's how to catch a belt.
With a little help from
So we're going to get back to Tanascar for the
Back to
next story mission, I think.
You happy? You want to go?
Yeah, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Look, John,
Return
you're
to the
angry.
precinct.
I get that. I am too. But the stony silence routine is wearing real thin.
So yeah,
You need
even
to
though
get back
a
on
lot of
top
the
of
open
this.
world
Track
activities you can
Jericho
do
down
whatever order you
before he
want,
has time
these
to
story
bug out.
missions do follow kind of
Yeah.
like a linear narrative beat.
Yeah, and that's linked to all the shift upgrades, the world basically progressing, and obviously the narrative and the story progressing as well. But the agency and having all of the dares that you can do, the challenges, that's really up to you. One of the core elements of that's driving the progression is Tanner's willpower. So everything that you're doing here is going to be scoring your willpower, and all of that unlocks your vehicles.
Yeah.
Some features as well, if I remember rightly. But yeah, it's something where when you're playing the game and you're having fun driving around, like, we wanted to give you that, keep giving you those rewards, which all build up to something.
Absolutely.
I think there's 140 cars. I might be wrong there. That was in my head. I hope that's right. To unlock all different. So there's a lot of stuff there to unlock.
So we do it old school.
Well, one of the
You
things
going the right way there?
yeah, I just went to work the first objective. Getting a little bit lost here, just enjoying the city and all the beautiful artwork. But one of the things I liked actually was that if you do complete all the story missions, if you get to the end of the narrative, then you can re-enter the world with all of his power-ups, with all of the different shift upgrades and stuff, and then you can just go take all the time you want to go through all of the additional content, which is what I did when I first went through it.
Yeah.
I finished the story quite quickly, and then ended up spending a long time just powering around the city, doing all the different things.
Nice. You're there.
Yeah.
Oh, Jericho. It's not a good
That's what I
sign,
gotta
is it?
focus on.
What
Never
is
was
wrong
one.
with you? Isn't that what we've just been saying?
You can see Coit Tower in the background there.
Okay, Jericho case board. Start from scratch.
See, we've got the
Jericho's
introduction
escape
to
was
the
well planned.
the
and he
witness
has
board.
Probably
witness
ex-military.
board and the
He's still out there.
And the fact that, yeah, you see the head injury there, that's
Some lowlife.
indicating to
So we'll use
us that
them
we're
to find him.
in hospital.
Maybe with this thing I can do, we've got the edge.
So this is Tanner working everything out
Yeah.
in his own mind. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he's getting snippets of information from the news reports, and he's kind of building all this together by through what he's hearing in the news reports and the activities that he's doing, which is all kind of like solving the crime in his mind.
Yeah.
All right, I think I'll leave there, and this is the best view.
Yeah, so you got this upgrade now.
Okay, so we're going to the second level of shift, and here we go with see Tanner for the first time in the hospital.
Gabby Denver. Coming up after the break, the hunt for Charles Jericho.
So if it wasn't obvious before, it is now.
Not that we didn't give spoilers away right at the beginning of this.
But I think it was really important to be upfront with this for the narrative beats of the story.
I think so.
To be clear, I think it's
it's better that we were upfront with it rather than get all the way to the end of the game and go, oh, surprise! It was all a dream.
Bit of a giveaway, isn't it, when you're shifting around and what's going on?
Okay, so I can use this now. So I've got a second level of shift, so I can now navigate a little bit further around and see a bit more of the city as I pick the car I want to go into next.
One of the other designs of this as well is when you go into that upper version, you can actually skip across some of the roads as well.
Yeah.
So it actually gives you that more freedom to actually move much quicker over the city. Where if you go back in, you have to stay in and around the roads. So it really does start to feel different and open up your options in the play space that you've got.
Yeah, and I remember
you're going to get to the dare.
I remember a few city artists being very concerned about what they're going to put on top of their buildings for this view.
I think they've done a great job. I think it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Okay, so drive 800 meters in 45 seconds, no hits.
No hits.
That's not. I'm not doing that. I might have to.
Can I ask you a question at the same time?
Sure. Oh, you're going to distract me as well. Okay, fire away. Let's see how well I do.
I'm going to wait till you start.
Okay. I don't know if I've picked the best car for this, but let's give it a go.
I think you're good. So good point actually, because like all of these days as well, you can pick any car you want, which meant there's a lot of choice over how and which to pick and how best to do some of these days. So can you tell me, James, which is the best part of your favourite area in the city?
Oh, well.
Without crashing.
Without crashing. So I'm most personally attached to Marin because I got to work with the team for that. So that's probably...
What's that car?
Oh no, there we go. Hit the first car that I meet.
No,
okay. But I actually do really like some of the areas around the dock area that we did a lot of work on for some of the early production areas. And that's, that was some of the main areas I got to do some match artwork I did for them there. There we go. Not too bad. Just one crash.
Impressive.
I'm going to let you do the next goal. See, and I'll throw some questions at you.
Yeah. Good. Ah, there we go.
Willpower
There's the
currency.
willpower we're talking about. So we're like, we'll put the handbrake on there. We'll head off to the garage.
And we'll get to see how many cars are there, if I remember right.
Yeah, we will. See if I'm right. Hold on. All right.
So yeah, 140. 140. There we go.
140. How many have we got? 2?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I can buy one of these. What would you like? Let me buy you a car, James.
I think it's going to have to be the Dodge, right?
This one? Oh, you've only got this choice.
Yeah, let's go with that one then.
There we go. All right.
So there's a few of these garages scattered around the world, and if you're wanting a very specific vehicle, which you'd not be able to find in sort of the general traffic that's there, then you can always go to one of these garages and pick up the specific one you want.
Well, you have to save your willpower first.
You absolutely do. So it's interesting seeing the billboard there. It's just an interesting story there. When I was brought over to Ubisoft Reflections when I first joined the company, I was on a 3-month contract with no possibility of extension, and the job was going to be to place the billboards around the city. That was going to be my one and only job. And it's 15 years later, and haven't got rid of me yet, and I don't think I placed any billboards in the end.
All right, I'm going to do this stunt activity, complete the checkpoints.
Nice.
So these days will get progressively more challenging the further you get around the city, and we end up with a jump that might be 200 meters.
I remember one of the last jumps is insane.
Yeah. Do you remember we had a team which actually didn't make the cut?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there was some extreme dares, shall we say, which been too challenging. But I can, it's definitely something I can, that we would love to have had. Like, there's ways in terms of freedom and the kind of jumps you can do with, the variety of vehicles that you've got. Where it was there was a lot of freedom. Okay, where are we going?
What have we got next?
Should we try to do one of the story missions?
It's telling us we've got the Gran Torino now available in the garage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can see with the icons on the map, this is where we're really opening up into a lot of the...
Why not? Jericho's guys will take care of them.
Mission. Okay.
Let's lose the cops.
Here's the cops.
Darius, we can't leave the cops
Oh,
with this
here we go.
meat.
He's the.
So we've jumped into one of Jericho's
Take care of them.
henchmen here.
Like it.
Okay.
And if we don't make the meat, Jimmy's
Heat.
gonna kill us. We
Do
gotta
this.
take him ourselves.
Let's go.
So although we can't hit the pedestrians in the game, if you do hit other vehicles, you do start to gain the attention of the cops, and you can trigger.
You can. So you can trigger basically what's happening here. If there's a cop nearby, if the cop sees you, that'll trigger.
And if I remember right, if you ever just even remotely tap a police car, then they go full.
You got a problem.
Full mode. They're
Oh, damn, how nasty they are.
yeah, they're very aggressive.
You here trashed the car. Tell me how that happened.
although I'm not sure he knew where he was going. Got past that. I like the handle on this car.
Throwing the Camaro here.
Yeah.
Ordell, believe me, today is your lucky day.
Sweet air. There we go. Oh, so the cops.
So we were driving over some tram lines there. Did we talk about the trams?
We can. Yes, there's a. Yes, we can talk about the trams. Or there is no trams.
The lack of trams. Yeah. So we tried for a long time during development to get the trams into the world. We had all the tram lines set down, and we've got a lot of beautiful artwork done for the trams themselves. But getting them working well with the gameplay, following the AI splines, not affecting the other traffic, etc., actually proved to be something that wasn't adding to the game. So yeah, we've ended up with a tramless San Francisco here. Although,
yeah, I mean, if I was to change one thing, that would have been part of it. Would have been and a real gameplay function for them as well, a purpose, you know.
And I remember a discussion at one point that you would hear the bell of the tram, but it would always be just around the corner. And by the time you get around the corner, the tram would not be there.
So you're saying the tram is there?
It is.
You just can't see it.
Yeah.
Quit that! You're not the boss of me, Ordell.
Oh, I have to lose the car. Oh no. Oh no.
I think you're attracting more than you're losing at the moment.
So, no, I'm just playing a game with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep them all in there. Now I'm gonna
Just
go around the block.
hiking all of the cops from San Francisco.
Yeah.
There's one location here.
All of them. You can see them now. Like, I see them all the blossoms. So here's a trick. So I'm gonna talk about the back alleys. I'm gonna try this.
We're gonna miss the meat, man. You gotta drive or we're dead.
So what I'm looking for is those little shortcuts.
Yeah.
That ain't helping, is it? And your wise-ass comments are?
It's gonna work. I think I'm gonna go back through. I'm gonna lose them.
So we had a barrier there, which I think you would have told us off about back in the day.
I wasn't.
So because we never knew what vehicle the player would be driving in, it could be a little city car all the way up to a big truck. And we didn't want it to seem ridiculous that if you're in a big truck or something like that, a bus, and you smash into a fence or a small wall, that it would stop the vehicle. So I remember you, Dale, you had the mantra of tank-proof walls. So every wall we put into the game on the city outside had to look like if you drove a tank into it, it would stop the tank.
That's it.
And we had that one we just saw there, which was definitely not tank-proof.
I don't think that was tank-proof. It's also where they were positioned as well.
Ordell is trying to work his way up Jericho's organization.
The game was about driving fast through traffic, so
I'm gonna have to
get
help him any way I can.
Dead ends where you've got nowhere to go and you're traveling 120 miles an hour. It would really always try and keep the flow of the gameplay moving by.
And it's a good example. It's a good example there because there was also a gap between the buildings, which is something we tried to avoid if there wasn't an alleyway that you could get to.
Yeah, you would just make sure it's very clear.
Yeah.
So you don't get any false positives and it's even more important when if you're traveling like 140 miles an hour, you want to see that. We got
the RAM now.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
So this is where it gets a little arcadey with the driving, with the boost and the RAM. But I love it. So you can do some serious damage. There we go.
No harm in a little more practice.
Wow, you missed that one. You don't really need the RAM ability when you're in the bus.
It helps.
So Dale, we've played around a little bit. How does it feel to be back in our world of driving San Francisco?
Honestly, to me, it's incredible. I think I've always, thought sort of the handling that we've got in this game is second to none, and it feels just as unique as it did. The last time I played, which was quite a while ago. So yeah, that's, to me, it's something which will never get sold. The fact that you can go out and just try this car, you can go out in the bus. I think it's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, just watching a little bit of playing is bringing back so many fond memories, both of developing the game, but also playing it after release. As I mentioned, we came off the project a little earlier than everyone else. So when we got our copies of the game and I was able to put it in the machine and play it for the first time, like as a gamer, there was a lot of things I was discovering for the first time, and it was actually one of the one of the few games on my 360 that I 100%ed every single achievement, did every single little bit of side mission, and
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
absolutely loved it.
Like
So
such
the
losers
Easter egg
at
of the
last
DeLorean
reunion.
is if you manage to get to 88 miles an hour without crashing into someone, then we'll get to travel back in time to a previous moment from the Driver games. There we go, I think.
Yeah, we got it.
There.
Nice.
Is that it? There we
it.
go. Blast from the past. So what we're going to get here is a recreation that we put in Driver San Francisco of
Renting a car
the
like
Driver
this
1
for a
garage.
reunion was
Can play
a
straight away?
brilliant idea.
And Dale, you're going to show us
go.
how it's done because I've never completed this properly.
I thought you said you wanted
I
to.
did. Oh, no way.
You did. I think we should both try.
Yes, maybe. So I did complete it in San Fran, but I never completed it actually in Driver 1.
Right, okay, nice. Yeah, let's go. Okay, there's a personal best. I don't think I'm going to beat that. I'll be lucky if I do it. Here we go.
This definitely requires to sit forward.
Yeah, I'm sitting forward. Please don't ask me any questions.
Oh.
Nice. If I remember rightly, it's... Then...
Well done.
Oh no, oh no. Oh,
Yeah,
no,
you got it, you got it.
I didn't know it. You have to get the reverse 180.
Oh, you got the handbrake turn, but not the reverse 180.
Yeah. Oh man.
You're doing well.
Right, that's it. I'm gonna
There we
go
go.
for that.
There's a slalom and a lap. Well, that looks like a lap to me.
Yeah, nearly. Not quite.
There we go. So just a 360 spin. There we go. And the reverse 180.
No, chance.
Oh, not quite. No, okay.
That was one right off.
I think that's
I
close
want
enough,
one more
isn't
go.
it? Okay.
You're gonna try.
I'll give it a go. But yeah. All right. There we go. Let's see how close I can cut this. Oh no! Already, already. Is that the reverse 180? Okay. Let's go for an easy one. Let's go for the left. Oh god. I haven't done enough driving during this, so I'm out of touch.
You didn't. You got that speed, or you didn't. You really good to get that.
It's the only one I'm gonna get.
You're gonna get the lap. You good here. You good.
I'm not gonna get the lap. So do you have to do it without touching the wall?
You can. You've got 3 strikes.
Okay. Well, I'm determined to get at least a lap.
Yeah.
I feel like I've been around it a few times now.
I think it's not what happened there. I don't know.
There you go. I'll let you have another go there. I'll stop embarrassing myself.
Right. Come on, let's do this. So there's definitely a set order that you do it in. So we're going to go up to 60, then we'll just put the brake on, straight into that. About 42, start to turn, handbrake.
Oh, look at this.
All right, now
There's the
we go.
burnout.
Oh no.
Going for the slalom now. There we go.
Right, now we just have to do the lap.
And the 360 spin.
It's all in the air, you hear it everywhere. No matter what you do, it's gonna grab a hold on you. Grab a hold on.
Oh, look at this. There we go. And the last one. Look at that. Failed.
What? That's the time.
It's not the personal best.
That's not the personal best, is it?
Oh, that's how the pros do it, though.
Beat 52. Oh my god. One more go.
You can have another go.
2 hours later.
Right, here we go. Burnout. Up to 60. Stop. Reverse. 180. 8. Handbrake. Right, I'm going left.
Yes, go left. Let's see if we can get a lap in this one. There we go. There's 2 left to do. I think this is the way of the slalom, isn't it? A little bit slower and steadier.
I've got it.
There we go.
Yes.
Oh, good work. Well done.
Right.
What's the time?
46. That's good.
46.
Yeah, I'll take that. Take that.
There we go. Job done.
Thank you.